Man, we're getting more updates out of this than I ever thought we'd be doing. This is effectively version 2. Kind of just logging this for my own personal and uploading it so people can kind of see where this is. A good, interesting chunk of stuff to test for the next version, but I've gotten power scaling down to about the point that this is acceptable. Games actually are able to be interactive. And it's been pretty A-okay so far, in my personal opinion, with this. So we're going to talk about a couple things here. Really interesting changes. A few things that I've made. A few things that Colin has loved about the deck as well are Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been helping me with this. Cloud has been helping me. Akano's been helping me with PST. It's been a big help. So let's talk about things. We can play one copy of Gigas. So this thing's a 3-star. It's supposed to be a 4-star. That's getting corrected next update, because everything in this deck tries to interact on the 4 scale. So that's something interesting to note. That 4 scale is pretty important. Now, we play the 1 Kutora. This was a nice change of pace too. So the more I've been playing this under the new list, you had to slow down things. And I'm going to be straight honest with you, 2 copies of this, too good. Alright, literally, for what this card does, this is nuts. Alright, literally, this card literally turns into a 1-card FTK, or OTK. And, like, you can't have that. You still have to play it because it's, from the anime, but, I don't know, it's dangerous. So when he dies, you get Shunros. And then you get Shunros' arms. Alright, pretty self-explanatory, right? Like, we all know how this works, from the anime. And then when Shinros dies, you get the Divine Serpent. Now, the Divine Serpent has infinite attack and defense, but of course. And she has to mill 10 in order to declare an attack. And she puts your life points to 0. So, let me tell you a little story about setting your life points to 0 and getting Veilered. And you're just like, well, guess I lose now, because my life points are at 0. So, yeah. Also, this current version has a big problem with Pendulum. Pendulum pretty much just beats me into the ground, and I just cry myself to sleep. So, that's a fun time. Now, all of the current iterations and stuff, these are essentially everything you need to know. Now, still play the gadget package of 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green. These are all pretty basic. I like these guys a lot. Now, with that being said, dark gold and dark silver exist now, and I had my personal qualms with giving them the effects that I did, but these are pretty good. So, dark gold. When this card is no more special summoned, you can special summon 1 dark machine or 1 level 4 or lower Orichalcos monster from your hand. If this card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 level 4 dark machine from your deck. And if you do, you can target 1 spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. So basically, we made these 2 fire and ice hands. You still can only use 1 of their effects. You don't get both in the turn, so that's pretty okay. But we turned them into fire and ice hands, and I haven't had any problem with these so far. I think in terms of the biggest thing is these just act as extenders and allow you to, continue to extend on with your merry day. Like, it's so good. And then, of course, we only play 1 copy of this guy. His brother is temporarily cut at the moment because there was a rework to the way that seal spells work, and I felt pity on Little Pink because I love this guy so much. This guy counts as a normal monster, and this card can't be destroyed by card effects. We care about him because he's 2300. Literally, his only purpose in life is to just be a little beat stick. Now, under power scaling, we changed a couple things. This is really cute, by the way. So this is Orichalcos Rescue Rabbit. I love this little guy. He's so cute. So same thing as Rescue Rabbit. Literally just has Orichalcos in the name. So you banish it out. You're like, hey, watch me go. And then you summon 3 normal monsters. Now let me tell you about these guys right here. Alright, these all have 2500 under the seal. And do you know how good that is? Because I'll give you a hint here. These are broken. There are things that you can errata in the deck, and there are things that you can't. For an example here, Crow Cresta made this for me 7 years ago. This was a gift, and I'm not going to rework this because it doesn't matter. But this card is nuts. Literally, on summon, search for all 3 pieces of Orichalcos and add them to my hand, or up to. Okay. And then I have to eat some chicken. Like, I made a card for chicken. Huh. Alright. Mistakes that you can't erase, that you can take out things for. So, Orichalcos Seal discards it, searches for 3 really big mistakes. Now, for those of you that have been here for the previous iterations of this, you know we were playing 4 of these, and you're probably looking at one of these right now going, what? So these are all spell cards. These are all in Japanese. Yeah, I'm that weeb. These all include the effect that literally say, special summon their respective counterpart from hand, deck, or graveyard. They don't special summon from banish. It's too crazy. Alright. Now, my really big eraser comes on one of these. So we'll talk about first one here. Skull Reaper. This one can't exist on the... All of these are supposed to have the claws. Bunny ears. One really big eraser can't fix one of these, but okay. So, Mr. Skull Reaper here can't exist without a field spell. It's 4,500, and he can't attack directly. Alright, that's fair and balanced for all intents and purposes, right? But, you know, we have other really big mistakes. So, this is Gleam Eyes. Mr. Gleam Eyes here says, well, you get to, this guy gets to exist without a field spell because, for some reason, he just doesn't have that clause on him. And he's immune to spells. Oh, man. Then once per duel, I can pay 1,000 life points to destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. And then when he dies, he floats into another seal spell, which any one of these, well, okay, he can't search for himself because it says from deck to hand. But I just want to say that really big erasers can't talk about this card. I think that this is the craziest card in my deck, and that's saying something. And then this really big mistake. This is something new I decided to cook up. So, Orichalcos Warhammer Titan. Man, I love Titans so much. So, Warhammer literally acts as a ghost ogre, so your opponent does something, send this from your field or hand field to the graveyard. Okay. No field spell, this guy's destroyed. Alright, we did one thing right. When this card is destroyed, you can add, one of the other 2 to your hand, which is pretty okay. Counts as a normal monster, and this is where the really big erasers begin. This card inflicts double piercing damage. By the way, 7,000 he'll be 35 under the seal. If you attack under the seal and you're attacking over a defensible monster, it's 7,000 damage. And to top things off, I can discard a card to remove a card from play. Yeah, that's okay. These are all just the really big erasers. We did make it so that you can only control one of these at a time. That's a pretty fair evaluation for this, because I don't want to be able to drop multiples of these on you. The Seal series this is one big eraser that you just can't get rid of, but it's okay because this is power creeping. I like that card though. That one's okay. Scathe, because I love that hack. Also Fiend, by the way. I don't know what I was doing when I made this. Now, I do want to try this deck as a Highlander. And when I say Highlander, I would very much like to try one-ups, but that is going to change a couple of things here. So we still play 3 spell speed, 4 negators. Nothing else to really say about this. It's pretty standard. Change the way Berserker works. Berserker just activates Deuteros from the deck or hand. And the problem I'm running into with this temporarily is if I go this and this isn't underneath it, people are like, well, what's the seal do? So the temporary change to Berserker at this point is you have to activate this, and then this goes directly on top of it. Literally is a soft fix. If I go down to Highlander, though, that revision gets cut off. But depends on the version we're going to test for the moment. But yeah, here we go. So pretty safe, explanatory there. This card auto beats Sky Striker, the 3rd layer of the seal. This card is bonkers. Makes it so if your cards are affected by your opponent's spells and trap cards, you can negate and destroy those cards. This is so good. Sorry, Striker. 2 copies of Chosen Destiny. No Orichalcos Eye anymore. I was too good. Pay 1,000, add an Orichalcos card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Like, I like spell speed 4-ing everybody, but like, that's just too much. So these simply say, pay 1,000, destroy an Orichalcos card on the field, bypassing its conditions. So you can destroy the seal, LOL, because that's how that works. Or you can add one from your deck to your hand. Yeah, card's so good. 1 copy of Command Silencer. Nice little anime card. Stops your opponent's attack phase, draw a card. Pretty good. This card is bonkers, still to this day. Under current revision, OTKs don't happen with this turn 0, at least for the main deck right now. So, problem solved. We did it. We made Mischief of the Time Goddess okay. Dark Hole Monster Reborn in 1 card. Yeah. Mystic Guillotine. Oh god, this card. Your opponent's got 4 negates on the field. You activate this. You target their Apostola. And they look at this, they're like, select 1 monster on the field and destroy it. Okay, I'll negate it. And then they're like, oh, the activation and effect of this card cannot be negated. Oh, card's actually good. Soft Errata to Prophecy. Says, when a normal or special summon is to be taking place, it is important to know that currently this is under inherent only, because just too many timely things. I want to further errata this to the point of saying that I have to be able to add the monster to my hand, but card text says negate that summon, add it to your hand. So I don't know. This is a paradox of a card. I'm working on it though. So currently inherent. We did it. 1 Torrential, 1 Solemn Warning signed by my boy Trento, Mr. GTYGO, and 1 copy of the Cross Art. Your opponent's monster attacks, take control, or inflicts damage to you, take control of that monster. And it's permanent, so. Ooh, that's the main deck. Alright. Extra deck, 1 copy of my boy Berserker. 1 really big eraser can't fix this guy either, but, you know, we keep up with our mistakes. Alright, this is something new I whipped up. This is Orichalcos Ace Kagatea, fusion of Kagari and Galatea. Now, in terms of lore, that's pretty crazy, but... So, she's got 1,000 attack. She's a Link too. We did her pretty justice for this. She's a machine. Her summoning conditions are 2 monsters, including an Orichalcos or Dark Monster. When this card is special summoned, when this card is Link summoned, you can target 1 of the cards used for Link material and add it to your hand, so you get to bounce back 1. She gains 100 attack for each Orichalcos card in my graveyard. And then you can banish 1 machine monster from your graveyard, and then target 1 normal trap card from your hand. So basically, she gets 100 for every spell in my graveyard. Okay? That's good. And then to top things off, you get to banish a machine from a graveyard to set a normal trap card from your deck. Haha. 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 You got options. I know everybody that helped me with this effect was like, Robbie, that's bonkers. Why? Why are we making it so good? Well, here's the thing, alright. The way that this works, the traps in the deck inherently were just setting Prophecy. I mean, I get it, you can set any normal trap card in the game, but for all intents and purposes designed within this confines, this is okay. Like, honestly. So, good card. We have the 1 Dark Platinum gadget. I hate that this card says this card can't be used as Link material. I never thought I'd hate a condition so much in my life. But, yeah. Can't be used as Link material, turn it summoned. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 monster from your hand or your zone that this card points to. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 level 4 gadget or Orichalcos from your deck. And then, of course, if you have an Orichalcos Tutora, it absorbs damage equal to that monster summoned attack. That effect never comes up, but yeah. So, interesting little things with these guys, but good card. still the one Dark Gigant, the one Orichalcos Dragon, the one Kirito, because this card's still amazing, Sealed Utopia and Utopia. Only one copy of Chicken. Oh, thank God we cut down the number on this. This was bonkers. Whew. The one copy of Incubator. This never comes up, but it still exists. One Wand and one Scythe, one Skathendo, and one of this. And then my prize for beating Dora the Explorer. So, this is a piece of candy. I don't know how many times this is ever going to come up, but this unlocked 25 souls. LOL. I also love the way that this card looks. It's a Warrior Fusion. So yeah, this is a fusion. So, you can only special summon this card by discarding a Seal of Orichalcos from your hand, banishing the top 10 cards of your deck, and by paying half your life points. Alright, this has the spell speed 4 body on it, so understand that. It is 2,500, it will be 3,000 under the seal, and it also includes the text of any monster that it battles is destroyed. It has the Catastrophe effect. I think that's okay to give it a spell speed 4 body. I'm just a really huge fan of the art, so looks good. Side deck is a pile of hot garbage in the works. This is where we just dumped everything else. One Shuneros, one Dexia, one Restauros, Gigas, another Incubator, this broken card. Errata'd, can't use the tokens as link material. Broken Ritual card, one Spell Sanctuary, 2 MST, and then other really big eraser mistakes that we talked about on the last deck profile. Bye! So, that is the current iteration, version 2 as I'm going to call it. Tell me what you guys think about these down below, and we'll probably cook up version 3 at some point. But guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. And of course, I always want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Peace out, guys. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.